Look, man, the team sent this to me. Shout out the boys. A random assortment of shows and told me to rank them. Now, some of these shows we've definitely ranked in the past. Some of these shows we've actually haven't ranked. They did a good job. Starting off with 16, life is sweet when you you gotta make the good times last. That show, it's just a solid little show. Solid little show. I like 16 more than a lot of people do. A lot of people are going to go A show. I like 16 a little bit more. Adventure Time. Now, I know for some of you guys, instant hymn tier. For me, this isn't your list. This isn't a copy other famous YouTuber list. This is a, hey, Sage, what do you think about this show? To me, we talking high, solid, lo-fi. I'm going to say it's better than 16, but I'll confess this is probably going to end up moving down. I'm going to be honest with you. I do think it's a better show than 16, but right now, literally starting off the list like this is crazy. But over time, depending on how solid ends up looking like, hot take, yeah, I know. But I just don't care about the show, bro. I'm sorry. Some of the characters to me, and they have good thematics. Let me be clear. Adventure Time does actually have good thematics or whatever. And maybe that'll be the next show that we binge watch so I can really see if I fuck with it or not. But I don't know. Some of the characters I just don't care about. Like, Finn's cool to me, but like Jake's cool. Finn's cool. Jake's better. Ice King is great. Everybody else is fucking annoying and or overly childish to me. So I don't know. All grown up. Him theme. All grown up. I really want to shout it out. All grown up. I want the world to know. All grown up. That S tier theme. I think that theme is underrated. The show, it was a show on TV, man. I don't know. It aired. It aired. It got runtime. I caught All Grown Up before the bus. We never talked about it. That's exactly what All Grown Up was. It was a show that was right before you got on the bus. But when you got on the bus, did you really talk about that All Grown Up episode? Nah. No, we didn't. The Amazing World of Gumball. Now, Gumball, and this is why I said this is going to move down probably. You know what? Fuck it. I'm hot taking it because whatever. Because I think Gumball is just a way better show. Gumball has aged like fine wine. Gumball has aged like fine wine, bro. I'm not going to lie. That shit, the satirical humor, the characters, even the goofy moments, all of that shit aged like fine fucking wine, bro. So I'm not mad at my take that it's better than Adventure Time, and if this is how I have to illustrate it, because I'm just not that high on Adventure Time, then so be it. And this was really gonna piss y'all off. You know another show that low-key aged like wine that we thought would age like milk? I don't know what the newest season's on, so maybe the newest seasons are bullshit, but American Dad is pretty damn good right now. Ladies and gentlemen, American Dad is starting to age like fine wine, bro. I don't know I think it's still airing, so I could only assume it's fallen off a bit, so I'm not going to jump into fire. But American Dad was a show that at one point in time, people thought was pretty bad. Then they were like, no, not too much. Not too much. American Dad is aged very well for a lot of people. Steve is easily the best, and I do mean the best singer in cartoon history. In terms of, like, not the songs. Steve doesn't have the best songs, I ain't gonna lie. He only got a couple bangers. But in terms of the voice talent, pause if needed, Steve is easily the best singer in cartoon history. Roger is, oh my God. Stan is one of the characters of all time in the non-disrespectful way. So that family is literally, it's starting to age like fine wine. I'm not gonna go as far as to call it fi, but it's one of the shows that's aging pretty well. Aquateen Hunger Force. I can't call it fire as much as I want to, because if you told me name 10 things that happened in it, I can't do it. It's perfectly described as a fever dream. But because we are the Aquateen and the lady and the girl on the screen, because we are the Aquateen. That, man, it's easily the funniest show that we've ranked thus far, in my opinion. Avatar, not doing it with you. Not doing it with y'all. Womp womp. Womp womp. It's only fire. It's overrated. Womp womp. Womp womp. No, bro. Imagine the Reigns Avatar. Someone commented, I did a short. Avatar, this is how good Avatar is. I did a short where we were ranking random cartoons. We ranked Avatar, me and CJ, shout out CJ the champ. We ranked Avatar S tier. Someone comments, why did you guys refer to it as a child show? It has themes like racism, war, love, da-da-da-da. That's how complex this show is as a children's show. I think we all know it's for fucking kids. I mean, Nickelodeon's right there. So the comedy was made for children. But the fact that that grown adult was sitting there on his keyboard and was offended by the idea that someone called this show a kid show is how good this show truly was, how much range this show truly had, and if it wasn't or aired on Nick, it sounds fucking crazy. It might have even been better. My God, my God, Avatar is one of them ones, man. Batman the Animated Series. Be honest. I'm gonna put it here because it'd be dishonest for me to rank it. I've seen a lot of Batman episodes as a kid, but I didn't see start to finish. You know what I mean? Like, it's a story, right? It's a story that is told with a couple of returning villains and shit. I'm gonna put it here because I didn't see episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, thus forth, to the point where I'm like, okay, I know the backstory of this character and the backstory of this character. I'm an insane DC casual. So I'm gonna go here. I know a lot of you guys probably go here, but then again, you guys have a problem with any cartoon hero being anointed up here. You guys do have a slight problem with there. From what I've personally seen, I'd probably go solid, maybe fire. But I know some of you niggas anoint this as him because Batman would never not be him. By the way, it's all Larry tweaking out over American Dad and Gumball. I'm not gonna lie. If something were to bump up, it would be American Dad, but I don't think it's better than Gumball. That's kind of crazy. Well, another show that's better than American Dad without any debate whatsoever, Ben 10. Not gonna lie. Ben 10. I don't want to go him. I do think there's a clear difference between Avatar The Last Airbender and Ben 10. I'm not a person that oversaturates him. I know a lot of you guys throw him around or whatever. Peak introduction, peak premise, peak superpowers, peak antagonist. Only problem with Ben 10 to me personally is sometimes some episodes, let's be honest, some episodes are they're episodes. Like, come on, chat. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm not calling the show bad, but let's be honest. Some episodes of Ben 10 are literally an episode of Ben 10. So that's the only reason I'm not gonna go up to him. Maybe I'll be seen as a hypocrite at some point. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ben 10 random episodes or Ben 10 like fodder villains, they just did not hit at all. It was like, you're really gonna tell me the guy that fought XYZ, that fucking damn near blew up a city at some point, all this extra shit, he's getting cooked by Sage A. Jones with the power to mimic the alien? Like, all right, bruh. Shit was ass.
Make it count, play it straight. Don't look back, don't hesitate. Where you go, big time.
First of all, music-wise, get it up there. In my glorious king. Have you ever had the feeling you're drawn to someone? Come on, man. But show-wise, it can be a little too over goofy here. Funny enough, me and the boys, we recently had not recently. It was like a year ago. I don't know why I said recently. But one of my friends, we were talking about Big Time Rush being on Netflix or some shit, and I had the time of day to actually watch it. It gets a little too over goofy. Some sounds are overused. I'm gonna go solid, but right now it's looking like my favorite show in solid. If you want to argue one of the other ones are better, that's fine. It's probably my favorite show in solid. I am the storm of the building refuge. I am the visual of the inspiration that makes ladies sing the blues and the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark. So they come on, get this out of here, man. Next, easy again.
Oh my God, Uncle Ruckus is racist. Oh my God.
I don't care. Stop. Don't care. Instant him. We talk about aging like wine. This show literally is so like called it is so, I'm going to tell niggas, this is what's actually going on in the world, that people are actually mad, RIP my nigga Pops, by the way, that we don't have things like Charleston White episodes. Because Boondocks would have called this shit a mile away. Even with a season like season 4, when I rewatched season 4 the other day, it's really not ass, but it's not good compared to 1, 2, and 3. That's like season 4 is probably like a low fire solid show. And that's saying something because this is clearly the worst season, but the other 3 are some of the best television episodes. Someone even had the hot take in Discord. And this is something that I want you guys to comment below. Someone even had the hot take that if you take a peak Boondock episode against any other show ever, Boondocks can go hit for hit if you make it like a 10 to 20 episode thing. Now, if you want to argue some shows have better longevity, or some shows, even peak for peak, could win if you expand that to 50, cool. But peak for peak, 20 episodes, Boondocks is hanging with anybody, and I actually 100% agreed with that take. Camp Lazlo. It was a show. I'm sorry. It was a show. And I like Camp Lazlo more than a lot of you motherfuckers. I played that Camp Lazlo paint game, that paint game on the website, like fuck. But I'll never forget playing that game on Cartoon Network and then turning on the show and be like, oh, damn, it's okay. Like, this is the first show that actually somewhat disappointed me as a kid. Now, it's not bad, but yeah, it actually was a little disappointing, considering I found out about it via video games. And then I watched the show, and I was like, it's okay. Oh, I'm about to get y'all mad. Cat Dog was another show on television, bro. I'm going to be straight. I just don't see it. And maybe there's things, but, like, I was with the family that listened to old head music, that listened to, that you know, had old head mentality across the board, traditional men out the wazoo. And when I was there, my 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old self, they always had Nick on, and eventually Cat Dog would come on. I'm being so serious, that's when I called to go to sleep. Like, I can't get it. I can't get with it. The dog's really dumb, the cat's really smart, but then the cat's not that smart anyway. Maybe the designs, I don't know. Something about the thing, I just don't. My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be. So the Cleveland show, it actually starts off better than I remembered, but I can't put it in the same tier. It was a show on television. Clone Wars, I didn't see it. I haven't seen anything Star Wars. If you guys want me to go on and talk about Star Wars or watch Star Wars one day with you guys, you know, like the video or whatever, but I know some of you guys can't separate movie from comics or whatever, so many of you are going to go him. Maybe it actually is him, because I have heard the Clone Wars is actually really good. But yeah, Clone Wars is him. Yeah, I've heard the Clone Wars is actually pretty good. Like, not on some, I like Batman, it's him. I like Spider-Man, it's him. I've heard the Clone Wars is actually pretty good. Go, Corey. Go, Corey. Go, Corey. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now, a lot of you guys didn't get to see my actual thoughts on Corey in the House because of Ho Claws in the brackets. For those that have been with us since day one. Corey in the House, it's right around that Big Time Rush, maybe slightly above it tier. I don't think I'm going to put it in fire, but Corey in the House is a damn good show. This pisses people off every time we do it, and maybe that's why they put it on here. I haven't seen Courage. I've seen moments of Courage. I've scrolled past Courage, never just sat there and watched an episode. If I did, I don't remember it. It's iconic. Maybe we'll watch it one day on stream. Just haven't done it. Yep, I know. Whoa, what? Ooh, I just haven't seen it. Literally. Just at some point, the catalog was full. I just haven't seen it. Cow and Chicken. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna act like I haven't seen it. I have. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. Nothing that I couldn't get any other show. Pack up. Get it out of here. He's a phantom. Man, it's taking every fire of my being not to go him. I'm just admit that right now. It's taking every fiber of my being to not just anoint it in him. I'm gonna call it the King of Fire right now. Danny Phantom is my favorite character on this list by a mile. Danny Phantom's probably in my top 10 favorite cartoon characters, if not top 5, if not top 3. I fucking love Danny Phantom. I'll concede that Tucker that Sam, to a majority of people, are forgettable. I'm a person that made sure that I didn't forget these things because a lot of people say it's forgettable, and then I'm like, well, when you say it's forgettable, but then rewatch the series and you're like, holy shit, it's really good. Is that forgettable, or did you just get overclouded by 99% of other nostalgic shows? So, hey, look, we'll revisit this. The same way I said we'll revisit Adventure Time. And Adventure Time, it's still in status of potentially going back up or down. I mean, or down. It's not going down any further. Of staying here or going up. We are definitely going to revisit Danny Phantom. Dexter's Laboratory. I'm not going to lie. Y'all going to get mad. It's a solid show. It's cool. It's cool. Cool concept. Cool theme. It was just a little instrumental. But some of the moments just drag slow. Dexter had a humor of like a lot of slow, methodical shit. So like if someone made a funny face, like this is Dexter. This is like the kind of humor Dexter would do. So like let's say one of y'all says some dumb shit and I'm just talking like this, and then I don't know where I see it over here, and then I see it and go back to doing what I'm doing, and then like bam, it finally hit me that was stupid. Dexter would do jokes like this. A lot of the Dexter does that a lot. Dexter does a lot of that, bro. Like if someone's looking through a window, they're trying to sneak up on you, Dexter will do it like this. And I probably just ruined the show for you, but I promise you, go do it. Go do it. I promise you. They pull that card a lot. They pull that card a lot, bro. So it's cool. It's cool. I don't really want to just sit here and hate on Dexter. That's a weird show to hate, but it's cool. It's a cool show. I never thought that it'd be so simple, but
I found a way, I found a way.
Man, that's one of the greatest theme songs of all time. The show itself, you could argue him tier. I'm going to go and say it slightly loses that. I'm going to say it slightly loses him tier. Just barely. Just barely. Just barely. But I'm not mad. You go him. I'm literally not mad at it. And then we'll see how things transpire from there. But it's Drake and Josh, bro. Instinct. I think my only thing holding it back from being him, to be very honest with you, Drake being that stupid pissed me off. So if you watch earlier Drake and Josh, and this is a lot of Nick sitcoms, if you watch earlier Drake and Josh, Drake's not an idiot. And I know it's going to sound crazy. I'm talking episodes like 1 through 4, 5, 6. Rewatch them. You'll be shocked. Drake is not an idiot. And then out of nowhere, Drake is just like the dumbest nigga. And it's just like, the whole point was that Drake had street smarts, Josh had book smarts. Josh is really lacking in the street smarts, but Josh is also insanely smarter. And what they did, though, even though everyone already got that theme, was they said, okay, let's really emphasize how smart Josh is by making Drake really dumb. You didn't need to do that. It kind of ruined Drake's character, but Drake is still a fantastic character, regardless. Megan is iconic. I think even the parents are a bit funny. It's just Helen, what's the nigga name? Steve. All the characters are great. It's truly arguably him tier. I'm just holding a grudge on why Drake's stupid. I didn't like it. Ed, Edd and Eddy, instant fire, definition of fire. It's nothing to brag about in terms of story, nothing to brag about in terms of anything outside of iconic moments, and it's arguably the funniest cartoon that you can ever see. Instant fire, don't need to necessarily debate it. Now, there's one of two ways you look at this show. You either say it's him, or you say it's solid. And a lot of people may expect me to go in between. I might end up doing that. Let me explain why. It's solid. It's case in point. The fall off is insane. It has a very steep fall off. Everything from it. I like Poof. So for me, anything after the dog, wallahi. Anything after the dog, wallahi. I know some people don't like Poof, and that's fair. I don't like Foop. Now, Foop's a piece of shit fuck, and if you want to argue that Poof is the reason, then there you go. Everything prior to it, though, remember what I said about the Boondocks? Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents Fairly Odd Parents literally was rivaling that. I vividly remember, and maybe some of you guys are a bit too young. I'm not unk exactly, but like, you know, there's a difference between being a baby and watching a show and then being like 6 and watching a show. And I'm only telling you that when SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents were airing literally 30 minutes apart from each other, one of the arguments that we had all the time as kids is which show was better. All all the fucking time, bro. And this was when things like Channel Chasers, things like Icky Vicky, there's just so many fucking episodes of Fairly Odd Parents that were just iconic. That one episode where Timmy wished away every fucking man on the planet. Yo, Timmy Turner is a fucking caricature, dog. And they even had hidden themes going on with Trixie and her friend. Fairly Odd Parents was so fucking fantastic. Cosmo was an idiot, but originally he wasn't supposed to be. But Cosmo was like a cunning idiot. He wasn't just dumb just for the sake of a cheap laugh. He was actually a cunning idiot. Wanda was actually cool. She wasn't just a joke of a nag. She actually was like I think I called her a cunning idiot on accident. Wanda was like a more down-to-earth character. She was more a character that like made sure Timmy and Cosmo weren't bullshitting. Instead, now they literally play on the joke of nag. And I think that's the problem with Fairly Odd Parents in its fall off is Fairly Odd Parents becomes the definition of hypocritical. There's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents that was so good where they make fun of how cartoons and sitcoms write their shows. And one of the things they do is say, Timmy Turner, we need to give you a slogan so people will come back. What could possibly go wrong? And then they go on to have Timmy have catchphrases. Like the do it. Like they end up just becoming insanely hypocritical. It was kind of sad. Peak Fairly Odd Parents is him. I'm not gonna act like because the show falls off that I'm gonna call it solid, because saying a Fairly Odd Parents is the same tier as like 16 is fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna go fire because I can't ignore that drastic of a fall off because it's pretty fucking bad. But hey, the Fairly Odd Parents episodes I seen, nigga, one of a kind. Family Guy, you could argue the same thing. However, I think Family Guy's fall off is truly a little bit overhated. It fell off, yeah, but it's not as bad as fucking Fairly Odd Parents fell off. So Family Guy's gonna stay out here. Family Guy, I think people also downplay how peak Family Guy was. Family Guy at his prime kind of just ran television. You couldn't really stop it. Family Guy at his prime, like imagine if TikTok was out for Family Guy. Oh my. Like, do yourself a service, just as proof as to what I'm saying. If you think I'm overrating Family Guy, look at Family Guy shorts. Look at Family Guy TikToks. You'll see why Family Guy, one, lasted that long, and two, you'll see how truly crazy Family Guy would have been if like TikTok was around. Family Guy, man, it was one of them ones. I didn't get the Flintstones, I'm gonna be honest. This was another one of them old head shows, and some old head shows I did get. This was another one I just, bam, and that's about it. I didn't really care. I'm gonna piss y'all off and/or make y'all, y'all gonna call me your glorious king. Foster's is fire, and I'm not hearing anything less. I repeat, Foster's is fire, and I'm not hearing anything less. If you don't know ball, just say you don't know ball, bro. And that's fine. Not everybody does this cartoon shit, okay? Not everybody does this cartoon shit. So if you don't do this cartoon shit, you're mad, and I get that. That's perfectly fine. You know, you're a casual, all right? But if you do these cartoon shits, hell no, Foster's ain't no damn solid. Fuck no. The only thing holding Foster's back out from him is, one, you could have more memorable characters sometimes. You could have more memorable moments sometimes. That's about it. It didn't do a good job of hitting the mainstream shit. But if you watch, fuck out of here. Foster's is one of them ones. Futurama, I'm going to be honest, didn't see enough. I seen a couple episodes. Bender's funny. I'm not gonna act like I seen enough. I'm not gonna act like I seen enough. Same thing with Gravity Falls. This is a lot of you guys' greatest cartoon of all time, which, as a person that has seen people binge, I think it's Spilling the Milk. I saw that video, so I've essentially binged Gravity Falls, but like it was Gravity Falls condensed into 3 hours. From what I saw, it's good. I wouldn't call it him, but it is good from what I seen. If we were to go back and rewatch it as a unit itself, then I'd make my determination. I'd make my point from there. But yeah, a lot of people would call this show him frame one. But to be fair, this is like this generation's Avatar. So this is this generation's Avatar. This is this generation's story kid show. So I'm not as mad as I was when people were saying it's him, but I do think it's just like I just don't think it's at that same level. But maybe one day we'll sit there and binge it and watch it. But I haven't seen the whole fucking show, so I can't say there. It's not Avatar. It's not obviously.
Obviously, it's not fucking Avatar in terms of bending and shit.
Even though they do end up getting like goofy ass powers in the show, even though they do end up giving like fucking powers and shit. I'm saying when I say this Generations Avatar again, I'm talking about a cartoon that's about story more than it is about goofy jokes. Because Gravity Falls was around when shows like fucking Fish Hooks was dropping, when shows like granted Steven Universe you could argue is story related too, but like Adventure Time, for example, it gets into its story bag eventually. Regular show gets into its story bag eventually, but Gravity Falls starts off as we're about to tell you a story type shit. And this was like that's like that era's version of that. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. You know what the fuck I meant. You either get mad or get glad, nigga. Billy and Mandy, fire. I'm not gonna lie. I need to rewatch it though, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to feel, and y'all gonna get mad, I'm starting to feel like these cartoons truly are dwarfing it over time, and I would go here. I'm going to pay my respects to Billy and Mandy, though. I'm still going to give it in fire. But a lot of times I look at shows like these and I'm like, But I do remember some moments in Billy and Mandy that had me fucking crying laughing. So one of the Disney goats for sure. Best of both worlds, Hannah Montana, definition of fire. Definition of fire. The only thing holding it back from him, a lot of you guys are going to go him. One hit a quitter, TKO. The only thing holding this back from him is literally, and I do mean literally, every episode, if not every other episode. In fact, fuck every other episode. Every episode outside of specific specials or specific episodes was, you're TSO Sage. Damn. Don't tell my secret. Okay. You get the best of every episode was like that. We gotta be honest. I'm calling it a fire show. Not saying it's a bad show. But what I am going to say, and I hope any person that called it him would say, this is easily the most repetitive formulaic show on the list without a shadow of a doubt. I have to give it a hit for that, but I fucking love Hannah Montana. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey Arnold is becoming so underrated. I won't go him. I have self-control. I won't go him. Hey Arnold, Gerald is a glorious king. Gerald is a glorious king. Helga is the stalker on the list. Oh my God. Yo, Helga would stalk your ass whilst reciting Shakespeare, dog. Like, please, any person that only has it in solid or it was a show, please, just a couple more. I'm not even gonna make my points. Just go back and watch it, and if you still feel this way, wallahi, please, bro. Hey Arnold is such a stupid show sometimes, bro. This nigga Arnold's a piece of shit, bro. Arnold is an asshole when it comes to girls sometimes, bro. He'll either be too nervous, but then he'll like finally get some, but he'll always want to upgrade to the prettier girl or whatever. Like, nah, it is what it is, bro. Oh, shit.
I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be the first sitcom that goes up here, man. Look, man. iCarly is one of them ones, man. You could argue certain things were annoying. Sam Freddy was annoying to you. The way that they told Carly Freddy to you could have been annoying, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch. A lot of the times they did those tropes justice. A lot of the times the show had comedic payoffs at the end of the episodes or romantic payoffs at the end of the episodes. Jerry Trainer, yet again, is one of the best stupid characters of all time. Tebow I'm glad that dude dressed up as Tebow as a costume because people forgot how funny Tebow is. They have some of the best one-off characters ever, too. The hotel lobby guy, that nigga's hilarious. iCarly is essentially like, what if Mr. Beast just abused his clout to hell? I fucking like the concept of like, this guy cheated on me, so let me go ahead and expose this nigga to 1 million live viewers. Do you know how sick that is? I don't want to get into the content bag here, but do you know how insane motion is of 1 million to 10 million live viewers is? Are insanely clouded. I don't know how they didn't walk around with security all the time. So, man, iCarly's generational talent, man. Invader Zim, I'm not gonna lie, and this is gonna get y'all mad. It was a show on TV, bro. Get the At some point, it got old to me. I'm sorry, and look, we ain't gonna see eye to eye. We ain't gonna see eye to eye. I know that. There's some of you, him. There's some of you, fire. But at some point, I got the joke. And I just didn't care anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Invader Zim is literally that show that like niggas were mad I didn't like. I didn't fucking like it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's a show. It aired on television. The Jetsons, I like the Jetsons more than the Flintstones, and that was something that pissed people off, but I stand by that. Got a blast. Jimmy Neutron's fire. Another show that's getting overlooked is Jimmy Neutron. Now, obviously, Jimmy Neutron, I won't go to him. It does have some payoffs that aren't paid off. The Jimmy Cindy thing they could have did better, and then some Jimmy Neutron episodes are just so fucking like, the fuck am I watching right now? It didn't know if it wanted to be an episodic storytelling thing or just like one of them shows where just random shit happens. It didn't know what it wanted to do sometimes, but for the most part, Jimmy's a fantastic fucking character. Sheen is one of the funniest side characters out there. Carl Weezer, that nigga is the simp on the list. That nigga was selling soul for llamas and Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's dad is one of them ones, underrated, same way that I think Timmy's dad is one of them ones. Speaking of which, if there was one fusion, come on, bro. All time peaks. Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was him for a reason. Johnny Test. I love Johnny. I think Johnny Test is overhated a bit, but I'm not going to act like it's fire. It's one of the shows that gets a lot of hate, and I know why it gets hate. It's one of the shows that you either like it or you don't. And that's as simple as that. You either like the jokes or you don't. If you don't like the jokes, my God. Now, I found him funny. I found him funny. I'm sorry. I found the dog funny. I found the sisters being stalkers funny. To the dude, that was a nice little play. The whip effects, annoying. I found a lot of shit fucking funny. But solid is as high as I can go. I can acknowledge that the show is not good. Shit just happens on this show, for sure. Bling Bling just gets a fucking fucking Transformer suit. Why? Zibes. I don't know, like, what? 1, 2, 3, same thing. This show just, like, never grew on me as a kid. And thank God, because Johnny Bravo's a weird guy. But this show just never grew on me as a kid. He's funny. But at some point, I was like, all right, I don't need to see any more of this.
Oh, yeah. I'm a basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can't stop me, because I'm Kim Possible. Look, dog.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me is a legendary bar. And for that alone, it's him. Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me is an all-time bar, and it will be acknowledged. Whenever you need me, baby, beat me if you want to reach me. Fantastic show, fantastic. I think the ending was fantastic ending. S-tier fucking movie when she put on the fucking suit. And was boxing the way she go be boxing her ass all the fucking time. And that's just talking about Kim, who goes through a lot of shit. Ron is a perfect foil to Kim. One of the love interest from the obvious side character that wasn't annoying. I was not mad that they ended up being with each other. I wasn't mad at all that they ended up being with each other. Rufus is a glorious king. I don't give a fuck if he's an animal. That is my glorious king. Kraken and Sheik. Don't even start with those. Don't even start with Kraken and She-Go now. Don't even do that. So man, easy him or her tier. In fact, her tier type shit. Be progressive, Sage. King of the Hill, we're gonna speed run this. For me, it was a show. It's funnier than this, I know, but for me, I never was just like, bet, I'm gonna just sit there and watch this. KND, oh, I ain't doing it with y'all. Fuck y'all. I ain't doing this with y'all niggas. Kids Next Door is so good. I like 3 different characters better than each at one point in time. I like as everyone starts off liking number 4. Then I ain't gonna lie, there was a moment where I was like, not too much on number 5. Then Nige prove why he's number 1. Then the teens, oh my God, then the teens started wilding the fuck out. Then the movie had a great payoff. The ending had a great, man, not too much on Codename Kids Next Door. One of the forgotten gems until you see it, then you're like, hold on now. Hold on. Like, people anoint other shows as the king of Cartoon Network, and then I'll say KND. They're like, nah, and I'm like, why not? KND is tough, bruh. My Life as a Teenage Robot. Solid show. Easy solid show. Jenny is a compelling character. Grandma's a compelling character. The villains are pretty okay. Newgrounds ruined the show for me eternally, though. Looney Tunes show. I don't think Looney Tunes ever goes out the way to miss. Let me be very clear. So Looney Tunes show, we're going to start with fire. Now, classic Looney Tunes. Ooh, classic. Classic Looney Tunes might be in that tier. Yeah, I'm gonna give classic Looney Tunes that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna let classic Looney Tunes in there. So I had to think about some of the things. Once I remembered the Roadrunner. Once I remembered Tweety Bird, Sylvester. Once I remembered Elmer Fudd. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Daffy Duck. Yeah, too many characters. Too many characters for me to sit there and say, yeah, nah, it's not him. Magic School Bus, solid little show. Definition, solid little show. I enjoyed the adventures, simple premise, no real story or anything like that. You're going to learn some shit while you're going on an adventure, almost kill some kids, but it is what it is. Gym Partners and Monkey, garbage humor, but it actually worked. Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Apparently, this whole cast was a bunch of freaky frogs. Apparently, this cast had a bunch of freaky frogs, but that don't do nothing to the show though. That don't do nothing to the show though. The show is gas. The show is heat. The only thing I'll admit, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably a scorcher take. Hot take for a reason. I ain't like the Ned fucking with Moses shit. I think he definitely should have said, nah, I still want to be with other shorty. I ain't get that. I ain't like it. I ain't get it. I was like, Mick. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Cookie, iconic. The dude that spins the ball, iconic. Susie, I think that was her name. Yeah, man. Every character, I remember their faces. I'm struggling with names. But their shit was cool. That podcast was wild. No, yeah, the freak ass cast. I don't know about that one. I do. There's 104 days of summer vacation. It still comes alive just to end it. Look, man, in my opinion, and a lot of people anoint a different show, the greatest musical cartoon of all time. It was designed to be that. And it was. It was designed to be that. And it was. But it was more than just musical. Okay, take away songs from Phineas and Ferb. What do you have? Just casually two fucking prodigy genius kids in the backyard thugging it. You have a mom who's dangerously oblivious to the point where people theorize about it. You have Candace, who's the definition of, like, she's trying to snitch for a right cause, but then she ends up just snitching for Zibes, but then ultimately you know that she's a kid as well, so sometimes she doesn't even want to snitch. And that's just the A plot. My God, one of the best B plots of all time consistently.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Along with a platypus. Perry the platypus. Man. Peak. Easily, consistently the best B story, B plot, subplot, whatever that term is. Best dynamic duo that weren't even the main focal point of the episode, bro. Phineas and Ferb, one of a kind. Man. Don't need to debate that. Powerpuff Girls, instant fire. Little debate on it. Why it's not peak. Some episodes do drag. Some villains are forgettable, but come on, bro. Regular show is either high fire or low him. Oh, wait, this is South Park. Put South Park back down. Regular show is either, I'm going to go fire. The reason being, I know some of you guys like the ending. I actually heavily disagree. I think that last season was, I didn't like it, man. I'm going to be honest. I was like, so, really? A lot of shit that happens in regular show, we know it's bullshit, but I'm seeing it, and the ending of the season was fire. Nobody's gonna say that, but that whole season, I'm like, are we really doing this? You feel me? So like, like it is a good ending to a bad story. Put it that way. Ren and Stimpy, pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. It somehow overdoes emotion with these characters, and it kind of makes them too hard to really fuck with. Robot Chicken at one point in time was my favorite show. I'm not going to act like it's him, but Robot Chicken was kind of fantastic. Robot Chicken at one point in time was my favorite show. I'm not going to act like it was ever the best show I watched, but no, I'm not. Robot Chicken, look, for anybody that's going to go solid, I hear you. I raise you, look up funniest Robot Chicken moments, don't laugh, and I'll end my turn. Robot Chicken has some episodes that are misses, but sometimes Robot Chicken can deliver the hardest possible laugh you will ever have, bro. There's some scenes of Robot Chicken that I'm like, what the fuck? That scene of Mario and Luigi off the shroom. Nigga Mario is shroomed out, bro. That shit. Yo, there was this one scene with the Thundercats, man. They be making the Thundercats hell, bro. There's so many shits of the fucking Robot Chicken shit, man. I'm telling you, you just gotta watch it. them niggas get active for no reason, bro. Rocket Power, solid little show. Rocco's, I don't know, ball. Rugrats textbook fire. At some point, it just you just outgrow it. You're supposed to outgrow it. That's why all grown up happen. That's the only reason it's not him. It's not timeless. You can watch some episodes of Rugrats, but it's literally, it fits the audience. I'm going to be honest. Samurai Jack is fire, but for the sake of I know it's in the him discussion and I can't determine that because I don't know the story, I'm going to go, I'm going to call it fire. The only reason I'm not going to call it him is because I'm going to admit I got to rewatch it. I could technically go, I don't know ball. I know it's in the discussion of him, but I'm going to be honest. Even after finishing it, I'm probably not going to call it him. Why? Because as a person that watched it, I just don't remember shit. But as a person that watched it, I, at some point, I ain't gonna lie, it was like, all right, get to the past already. It's gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound fucked up. And let me show you that I know proof because the villain was a piece of shit fuck, tormented the shit out of this nigga. He decides himself as a girl one time. I know the shit. But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm sitting this bitch, I'm like, all right, bro, get to the fucking past. Bro. Like, all right, bro, I do not care no more. So it's probably gonna stay fire. That's why I'm gonna rank it. But you could call bullshit on some facts. I would get cooked, and I'll end up having to put I don't know bull. Scooby-Doo not doing it with y'all, especially if it's What's New Scooby-Doo. Not doing it with y'all. It's Scooby fucking Doo. It's What's New Scooby-Doo is arguably the greatest intro I've ever heard in my motherfucking life. I ain't gonna lie. Na 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 na. Now this is a scorcher. I'm cool with The Simpsons. I know Simpsons is supposed to be instant tier. I'm cool with The Simpsons. I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna lie. I have the scorcher. Yeah. Family Guy better. Yeah. Fight me. I like Family Guy better. I think that Peter Griffin's funnier. I think that Meg and Chris combined are just, well, I ain't gonna lie, Lisa's more compelling. But in terms of like who does funnier shit, give me Meg and Chris for 500. I like Lois way more than Marge, even though Lois has a fall off. I still like her more than Marge. I like the side characters better. Hey, fight me. Now I know I said Robot Chicken gonna make you laugh. You watch a season of South Park and don't laugh, you're not human. You're not human. I ain't gonna lie. If you can watch, I don't give a fuck what season you watch. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck what season you watch. You watch a season of South Park and don't laugh, you ain't human. Man, between phrases like "screw you guys, I'm going home," between shit like Randy Marsh just being Randy Marsh, between "oh my god, they killed Kenny," between Butters just being a consistent L, between the saggy tit teacher to Mr. Garrison, oh my god, SpongeBob. Okay, I actually am really not gonna talk about it. You don't have SpongeBob in hidden tier. You think the fall off was so okay? Okay. I don't know what to do. Any nigga that looks at me now and says SpongeBob isn't one of the greatest cartoons of all time, all right, man. Steven Universe don't know ball. I seen the same channel binge that, so I do know ball, but I don't know ball. But yeah, on deck, I ain't gonna lie. Nostalgia's gonna piss y'all off. I think these two are in the same tier. Now, if you want to go both to him, that's fine. If you want to go both to fire, that's fine. On deck is a great look. I'm not gonna say it's objectively better. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's objectively better. I don't know where I want to rank them. I think they're the same tier. I'm not gonna say it's objectively better. All I'm gonna say, guys, On Deck definitely has a better story. On Deck, that's all I'm gonna say. Now, if you, here I am in your life, here you are in mine, so nostalgia, got it. If you think Zach and Cody's funnier, got it. But all I'm gonna say is Sweet Life On Deck genuinely is a way better story than Zach and Cody. I don't think the Sweet Life's missed, so I'm gonna go put both in him. TDI, y'all already know how I feel about that, John. TDI. Now, this says Island. Island specifically, him. The series, though, fire, because it has crazy fall-offs. I will admit it. As a person that loves the series, I cannot. I've actually had to nerf it a little bit, because I cannot ignore All-Stars, man. All-Stars is that bad. What's after Revenge of the Island is that bad. Pakato Island isn't the worst. But TDI itself, because it says Island here, I'm gonna leave it in him, and because I'm biased. But let me be very clear. If this is the entire series, it's gotta go to fire, because some of the shit, it's not like Fairly Odd Parents where it gets bad. No, it gets awful. It gets really bad. TEENTITANS Teen Titans, let's go. That's all right. Yep, I'm doing it. I know. Over Drake and Josh. Whoa. Actually, I don't know. To be fair. To be fair, I don't know if I'm a stamp it. Actually, yeah, because I really don't like how they handle Drake. Wild Thornberries, I don't know enough ball to rank. Tom and Jerry, not doing it. This was one of the old cartoons that, hell yeah. Like I said, I had a old ass family down south. They put on their old ass cartoons. They wanted me to be an old school kid. A lot of the shows didn't fucking like. This one, shit. Turn on that Tom and Jerry and ball up, nigga. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Well, you know, everything's going to be another arguable Disney GOAT. By the way, I think Raven Simone was, because she pioneered so much, but another arguable Disney GOAT, Wizard Waverly Place. People don't like the development of Wizards. I'm not going to lie. I probably got a scorcher here. I actually love how Wizards went on in developmental scene. I actually like that shit. I didn't rewatch everything, but Wizards, I don't understand why people didn't like the ending. Maybe I gotta rewatch the ending. But I was like, huh? The magic wizard thing, the Alex finally realizing how much of a piece of shit she can be sometimes, all that shit. I'm like, what? Y'all don't like Alex? Y'all don't like Justin? Y'all don't like Max? What are we doing? Mr. Russo? I don't know, man. I actually really adored Wizards. And I think Wizards is one of the better stories here. Cool concepts. Actual good side villains are like one. So you know how like a lot of shows on here, a random villain will pull up, and it's just like, you know, he's going to win, like Ben 10, case in point. Like a filler villain will pull up, you know it's going to be whatever. Sometimes Wizards, you're about to get cooked by NPC Wizard 246, bro. And I actually like that. I actually like that. There's a reason why I like games like Baldur's Gate. There's a reason why, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I rage quit Elden Ring, but there's a reason why I like games like Elden Ring and shit like that. Because they literally, at any point in time, just someone with more experience will just cook you. Zeke and Luther, one more for the road. It was an A show. It was a show. And Zoe 101, we're going to end with fire.
If you want more videos, then subscribe to the channel for more TSO Sage. Yeah. If you like the vids, go and like the vids. subscribe away. Yeah. Turn on the noties and make sure to tune in streams. Believe in yourself like I do me. I'm conceited, yeah.